Hello and welcome to Community Connection. I'm Iowa City Mayor Bruce Teague. As our city is addressing concerns of racial injustice and the prominence of the Black Lives Matter movement, we want our community to come together. Juneteenth is a celebration that commemorates the ending of slavery in the United States. Our annual gathering was canceled due to COVID-19, but given our current status, we are hosting an impromptu Juneteenth celebration, and we want you to join us. Here to discuss the event details is Johnson County Supervisor Royceann Porter. Thanks for joining me today, Supervisor Porter.
Thanks for having me.
I am excited to see you virtually, although I've seen you a little more during this time. So how are things with you right now?
So far, things are pretty good. More rest than what was needed. So I'm coming back. I'm springing back.
Good.
Everything's good.
Yes. So we're excited because this Saturday, I want to highlight what's happening this Saturday in Iowa City, downtown, at the Pentacrest is going to be Juneteenth.
Yay!
Yes.
Awesome. Celebrating 155 years.
So I know that there's been a lot of work really quickly to get this event together. So let's talk about when is it happening, the time and what's happening, what will be there so that people know what to expect.
The Juneteenth celebration is going to happen this Saturday, and it's going to start. The Iowa Freedom Riders will be marching from 1 to 3, and at exactly 3 p.m. we will start the event downtown. Food and drinks are available along with entertainment and speakers. They have a couple of bands playing or whatever, but it's going to be a good, nice community event for people to come out to. And we know people are worried about social distancing.
Yes.
So we are all on top of it as far as the food wise and the mask. We're going to be, for those who come downtown and don't have masks, we will be giving out masks. There will be plenty of hand sanitizer along with wash stations for people to wash their hands as well. But we definitely recommend that people, when you show up at the event at 3 p.m., the event will be from 3 to 8, that you come downtown and if you don't have your mask, we will provide a mask for you.
So a couple of things you said there. So 1 to 3, there's going to be a march.
Yes.
All right. And so for those people in our community that, have been a part of the Black Lives Matter, maybe not presently doing a march, well, this is an opportunity for you to come out and do a march. So I would encourage anyone out there that wants to come out to do the march, come on out and do the march, yes. 1 to 3. Then there's going to be performances or on a stage, and that starts at 3.
Yes, with food and drinks out there. Yes.
And the food and drinks is free.
Yes, everything's free.
First come, first serve, though, right?
First come, first serve. After we run out, boom, you should have got there early. and for anybody wanting to purchase some Juneteenth shirts, there will be some shirts out there for purchase as well.
Awesome. I think that'll be great. So 3 to 8, there'll be some entertainment. Starting at 3 p.m., which is great. And then you talked about the social distance. The numbers of COVID is concerning right now.
Absolutely.
And so I know wearing masks is going to be very important. So anyone that comes, continue to remember to social distance and wear your mask.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. I know that, the Proclamation Emancipation, that is what, President Lincoln signed, and it was to free the slaves, right?
Yes.
But it wasn't until almost 2 years later, June 19th, 1865, when that all really began to get the message in the South about the slaves being free. So I know you have a proclamation that you want to read to us.
Absolutely. I have the proclamation, Juneteenth Freedom Day, June 19, 2020. Whereas National Freedom Day commemorates the day of June 19th, 1865, when Major General Gordon Granger led Union soldiers in Galveston, Texas, bringing news that the Civil War had ended and the Emancipation Proclamation declared slaves to be free. And whereas in Texas and throughout the South, Juneteenth commemorations begin on June 19th of every year, consisting of prayer services, inspirational speeches, reading of the Emancipation Proclamation, food, games, and dances. And whereas in 1997, during the 105th U.S. Congress, House Joint Resolution 56 and Senate Joint Resolution 11 were passed, officially recognizing Juneteenth as the Independence Day observance of Americans of African descent. And whereas Juneteenth reflects our community's deep belief in liberty and equality for all individuals, as all benefit from a greater understanding and appreciation of experiences of others. And whereas Juneteenth celebrates the strength and resolve of African Americans throughout our history and is an opportunity to honor African American culture, art, history, and achievement. Whereas Juneteenth will be commemorated the week of June 15th with the virtual celebration through the African American Museum of Iowa. Several virtual events will take place throughout the week of June 15th that will include spoken performances, dance tutorials, video messages from leaders in the community, and so much more. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the Johnson County Board of Supervisors, do hereby proclaim June 19, 2020 as Juneteenth Freedom Day in Johnson County, Iowa, and encourage community members to attend the virtual celebration being held June 15th to June 20th, and recognize this time by becoming aware of the history of emancipation, which affects the liberties of all people of color. Signed this 11th day of June 2020 in Johnson County, Iowa, Rod Sullivan, Chairperson, Johnson County Board of Supervisors.
That is awesome. And I'm so happy that you highlighted some of the things some of the virtual events that is also happening, which I did have the African American Museum on last week to kind of share some of the events that was happening. So thank you. And for anybody out there, get on their website, see what events they can still, tap into virtually. But we have this one that is going to be in person on this Saturday, which we're very excited about.
Yes.
So what did you learn about City Council meeting on Tuesday?
Absolutely. I learned that you guys went through the Iowa Freedom Riders demands. You looked at them hard, you talked about it, you discussed it, and you made some great decisions in coming to an agreement on what they asked. And I thought it was pretty good. The reforms that they made was awesome. And for you guys to agree 6-0 and one abstain, I just think it was awesome that, people are coming on board and seeing what's needed in our community. I love the community being able to look for you guys to take us to the right place. And that's what I see y'all doing.
Well, thank you so much. I think the reality is the Black Lives Matter movement throughout our nation has really opened up people within our community eyes to say, hey, we need to take a serious look at what's happening. With people of color, Black people within our community, and take action now and not kick it down the road or have this long drawn out plan. So I think that's what we saw within our council on Tuesday. One thing that I would like to highlight is the Juneteenth decision.
Yes. Oh, awesome. That's a great celebration. Looking forward to. Johnson County, literally, Lori Nash has taken on the Juneteenth program after Latasha Delos put so much work into it. And just trying to get it figured out and just trying to throw this thing together. So many people came forward to ask how they could help this year and to make it national. And each year we just want to make it, if we continue this thing that we on right now with everybody jumping on board and saying how they can help, it would be so awesome every year. So a city holiday is awesome. Thank you.
Yes. So Juneteenth is now a city holiday starting in 2021 because the 19th is already here on Friday.
Yes.
So we'll start that in 2021. And you're exactly right. This Juneteenth celebration for this Saturday, there has been an overpouring of people within our community wanting to support it in any way that they can. And so thanks to all of them for all of their work.
And I'm looking forward to us making this a county holiday, not just for the city of Iowa City, but throughout our county.
Well, there's work to be done, and I think that
Yes.
people in our community are definitely they're hearing from
Yes.
from Black voices to share their experiences here within our
Yes.
community. They're hearing from people of their own nationality or within their own circles about how they can be an ally to ensure that people in our community are all treated equal, are given
Hmm.
opportunities for growth, and supported because we all need support no matter who you are.
Absolutely.
If you have that desire to make it somewhere, you also need a support system around you. And so I think we're really looking broadly at all the things related to Black Lives Matter and even within our community, because there's a lot of other people that have concerns, such as our Latino brothers and sisters. And so,
Yes.
you know, um, I think that this is a great movement within our community.
Absolutely. I do
Yes.
too.
So, Black Voices, I wanted to talk about that because that is something that you started that I think many people in our community don't know much about.
Absolutely. Black Voices Project is a vehicle for Black people's voices to be heard in the Iowa City area, here in Johnson County. And our work create community that support a thriving Black culture. And it's coming together. Black Voices Project has been out here for the last 4 to 5 years. We got started actually when we went to the Iowa City Community School District to talk to them about having school on Martin Luther King Day. And that was something that we was not pleased with. So we went to the school board and told them that it's not what we wanted. And they promised us that, the years going forward that they wouldn't have school on that day ever again. So that was a win-win for us. And so we've tackled issues as far as Black voices. People come to us, we see problems. One of the biggest problems that we have in Johnson County is our Black administrators and teachers. And so Black Voices Project has taken on to sit down and collaborate with the Iowa City Community School District on trying to hire more teachers of color and hire more Black administrators, and not just hire them, but continue to help them stay in their positions that they're hired into, because we've had some issues where administrators have been moved around and, people in the school district not wanting those people in those places. But people need to realize that our children need to see people in the school building that reflect them, that looks like them. It's so much needed. And so the Iowa City Community School District has been just wonderful in working with us and trying to do the right thing. And we're having these positive conversations with them as well. We have a really great relationship with the police department, advocating on behalf of the people in our community, going to the police department. That's a great relationship. Even with the housing, we have a good relationship with the housing department as well. So working just with the Housing Authority, the Housing Fellowship, affordable housing, that's a piece that we work with. Just anything that we can do for social and racial justice, that's what Black Voices is. And Black Voices is not just for Black people. We have so many white people who are allies and have come on board. And the newest thing I would like to say about Black Voices is last Sunday in Coraville, they had a event out there, and Coraville is now wanting to collaborate with Black Voices, where we had 68 people sign up to be part of Black Voices. So instead of us doing a charter in Coraville, we will work together and everybody will be one chapter. So we're growing, and it's a wonderful thing to see, because it's powerful to see that the things that we've been shouting for so long is starting to come to fruition. So we're happy about that.
Well, thanks for all the work that you've been doing, because I know that this has been a labor of love. You make it sound so easy about the process, but one key thing that I will say that the Black Voices have been able to do is really bring the issues to the proper channels.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can run around complaining, and also
Absolutely.
not only bringing the issues to the proper channels, but having the data to show that this is a concern. Here's the list of examples and stories, And can we work on this together? And I think
Right.
the approach that Black Voices have had has been very positively received. Sometimes a little work to get there, but the collaboration, as you've been mentioning, with the school board and with the Iowa City Police Department, and it's been received, and there's been a working relationship to find some resolutions.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not as fast as it need to be,
Yes.
and sometimes it's even updating to say, I thought you understood this, but now I gotta, re-explain and give you some more stories that we're hearing, so that
Yes.
you can clearly understand. And I think people are really interested in our community to do the right thing. We're lucky to have the school board members that we have on there right now,
Absolutely.
from the ones that
Yes.
I've interacted with, because they are definitely out there wanting to hear the stories, and
Yes.
wanting to do the right thing to ensure that everybody have equitable opportunities within our community. Your supervisor, your Black Voices, your mama telling people to put on their masks. You just stop them and throw it in their hand. So we're gonna have to call you auntie or something around here.
Hey, call me what you want. That's all right. I just want to make sure that we're safe around here. We
Yes,
want to make sure that we continue to be safe. So that's funny.
yes, yes. And I know you feed us all the time. Lord, look at me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know where our strength comes from. You know who we believe in. We trust in
Absolutely.
God, and that's where our strength comes from. And that's all we look forward to. That's all I know. And people be like all the time, "Hey, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this?" I depend on one person, and that's God. That's where my
Abs-
strength comes from. So I thank God for it, that He's got me out here in a position. It's been a long time coming. I've been out here in these trenches, but now it's just I'm able to sit with the right people and talk to them, and they understand, and they know I'm empathetic, and my heart. They know where my heart is. So that's a beautiful thing. I'm just happy, and I'm here to do all I can for my community, Johnson County. Yes.
You're doing the work. You're doing the
Oh,
work.
oh, oh, well, don't let me say this, because I've been doing so much work. I didn't even get a chance really to celebrate my primaries. I did win my re-election for primaries, so I do want to thank the people that
Yes.
voted for me. So that's one wonderful thing. I'll be around a few more years.
I'm so happy for you. Of course, I called you
Yeah.
and talked to you, and wanted to do whatever celebration that we can.
Yes.
It was not the typical, but very
Yes.
happy that you have another opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Well, that is it for our show today. Thank you so much for being a part. You always
Thank you.
you always come into a room and highlight. Center of attention becomes Supervisor Porter. You know when she's in the room.
Yes, you do. Always.
Thank you so much. Good to see you, and we'll talk to you later.
You too. Thank you so very much. Bye bye.
Yes. That's our show today. We hope to see you on Saturday. We'll be back again next week with another episode of Community Connection. Until then, Iowa City, stay safe, and we are all in this together. And of course, yes, Black Lives Matter.